We will call this meeting the Board of Commissioners to order. Please join us for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thanks everybody for being here today. We will start with the minutes of our January 4th meeting. Is there any additions or corrections to minutes of our previous meeting?
Move to approve.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy, to approve the minutes of the January 4th Commissioners meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, David. Okay, first on our agenda would have been Jolisa Bates for the 2021 Community Crossings grant application. And Jolisa couldn't be here today, but we can take care of that for her. And on this year's Community Crossings grant application was for County Roads 350 South and 650 South, right, Jay? So if we can give her official permission to approve the application for this year's grant cycle, then she can move ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll make the motion that we approve Jalissa's for the Community Crossings grant application for 350 South and 650 South for the 2022.
Okay, we have a motion by Tracy, second by Dale, to approve the 2022 grant application for community crossings projects on County Road 650 South and 350 South. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane. Community crossings, Michelle Dudley normally would have been here, but she couldn't make it today either. And she had wanted us to approve the 144s for two applicants, one for Michael Burrell and one for Chad Harris. I know you two got these. Did you have a chance to look them over?
Yeah. I'll move to approve both 144.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy, to approve the 144 request for the hire of Michael Burrell and Chad Harris at Community Corrections. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane. Was there any board appointments for her that we needed to take care of
Yes,
also?
there's two of them there, Jennifer Counselor for the medical position and John Bodwell for the,
Okay. Counselor. What was the, Jane, what's this second name? It says John B.
oh, Bodwell?
Okay, all right.
That email must have cut off, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't-
Also, Michelle needed two of her advisory board appointments taken care of, one for Jennifer Counselor and one for John Bodwell.
I'll move to approve both Jennifer and John.
And I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy to approve the appointment of Jennifer Counselor and John Bodwell to the Community Corrections Advisory Board. Any further question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane. Okay. County Clerk Lisa Witt is here with a microvote contract. Lisa?
Yes, we are here just for our annual maintenance agreement that we have with Microvote. It's just stating we're going to continue with them. They're going to update our systems and keep our machines ready for election. The contract is $13,000. And unless we sign this contract, we can't move forward with them.
Okay. I had a discussion with the county attorney on some of the wording in this contract. Jeff, have you discussed this with Lisa?
I have.
You have? Okay. Do we need to make note of that in this meeting, or could we
Sure.
just?
We can. There's this microvote contract, I don't have it from, but it essentially alludes to the fact that the county council enters into this contract, which clearly the commissioners are the contractual entity of the county. So it should state in that first paragraph, acting by and through the Board of County Commissioners, herein referred to as the county. I would recommend that we just make a mark through of county council and write of Board of County Commissioners. Write that in there, sign the contract, and then that should alleviate any concerns. If Microvote has any concerns, they can get a hold of us.
Yeah. Okay. Shouldn't make any difference to
No,
them.
it shouldn't make any difference.
Just a technical,
Yep, I think it's just a typo.
yeah. Either one of you two have any questions on this contract with Microvote?
I'll make the motion that we accept that contract with Microvote.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Tracy, second by Dale to accept the 2022 contract with Microvote for the county clerk's office. Any further question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane.
Thank
And we'll
you.
take care of that today.
Okay, thank you.
County Assessor Jeff Coleman. Is he, there you are.
Afternoon. I have a new hire I'd like to request your permission to hire. It's for an assessing assistant, and it's a part of the 144 was approved part of my budget. This job is a professional administrative position, the job category, and the person I'd like to hire is Leah Smith.
Did you say the name again?
Leah Smith.
Leah Smith. Now, was this a part-time or full-time position?
It's a full-time position.
And was this to fill a vacancy, or?
No, this is a new job that was created. Basically, this gives us someone in the office with a level 2 certification. Also, there's other technical computer classes that she'll have to take to be able to do some of the things I do. I have a copy of the position description if you'd like it. But it's if I had a first deputy in the office, they would be required by state to have the same certification that I have. That's about a 2-year process, and maybe eventually she could get that done. But in order to bring someone in to help with the administrative side. On the back page, I made a bullet, kind of a bullet point page with the responsibilities of this person. I spend about 5 months on appeals. This person would be able to administrate the appeal process and free me up to work on the reassessment.
Okay, has the county council budgeted for that?
Yes.
Okay. You got any questions on that?
I don't.
You knew this back, Jeff?
No, I got plenty of copies.
Okay.
I'll move to approve 144 for Leah Smith.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy to approve the 144 request for the county assessor's office for Leah Smith. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane. Have anything else yet?
That's it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, Health Department, Matt Shirk.
I'm here to request to be able to purchase a vehicle. We have funds available that are carryover funds through the local health maintenance grant, and we requested through the state to be able to use those funds to purchase a vehicle, and that was approved by the state. So I went up to Ford here in town, and they had 3 vehicles up there available, and 2 of them the school bought, and they still had 1 available, and I didn't include a price on that vehicle. That we can use the carryover funds there to purchase them, and I wanted to request approval to do so.
Three minutes. Do we have that 3 minutes before we can purchase?
We normally do. Is the Ford garage the only place you went?
It's the only one I currently priced, yes. They had, the school called me and said, hey, there's 1 more of these trucks up there, and they already negotiated a really good price, and that's kind of what I went off of. The school already doing the negotiating and the work on it, so, but I didn't price any other places. I asked about some prices I did ask on prices on the new fleet models, and they weren't even available. So this is a 2020 carryover. It is the fleet model, so it's the basic government or the government priced version. So it doesn't. So it's from what I understand, is the government price.
Did they give you anything on paper on this?
Yeah, I thought it was attached in the email. I'm sorry. Did you get an email? So
I don't remember if I
Oh,
saw it in
sorry.
the email or not.
okay. There's the one I have moved to.
Matt, it's normal and customary that we get 3 bids on the purchase of this
I mean,
big.
that's not a problem, I can get other bids, so, do you go through different, I mean, like go through, Reedman's for one, or, I mean, cause they're not gonna be the same type vehicle or whatever, so, or, I don't know how it works, I mean, that's why I'm just here to,
Well, in some respects, on buying vehicles like this, it's not going to be exactly apples to apples. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is going to be the main thing. You want to recommend that he get a couple other quotes from
There is,
other
I mean,
dealers?
they're only holding that vehicle for me short term, so I do have to let them know something on that one, so if I don't get approval on that, I think they've got somebody else that wants it, so.
Yeah.
Not that that makes a difference, because we can always get, there's no rush on it, I don't believe, but I'm fine any way you want to go about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you could get a couple more quotes and to go with this, and if it meant getting the best deal or not, I certainly wouldn't mind coming in for a special meeting just to take care of that for you, you know?
Okay.
You wouldn't have to wait another 2 weeks for it.
Okay.
See, we've got Reedman's, and we don't have a Chevy dealer here anymore. So,
One of the better options, I mean, the only other options would be going out of town, so I was trying to stay in town, but
yeah,
I can definitely check with Reedman's, and then I can check out of town as well.
Yeah, I believe Dan Griffey is a salesman at Hubler in Rushville, the Chevrolet dealership.
Jay, where'd you get your price at?
I got one through Reedman, and I went to Ford, because we do it state bids, they couldn't give me a price. And Huber won't do state bid over there.
That's why I went through the Greenwood. Ford actually has a fleet sales, that's the state side of it, so.
evidently it must be up a dealer's discretion sometimes whether they participate in the fleet bids or not.
I'm not certain on that, but possibly, yeah.
Okay. Do you have enough money in these funds, 1168 and 9112, to cover this, you think?
Yeah, Mary worked on it, so I believe Mary has got it all covered where she sent for all the requests and everything. I think I know there's more than enough funds there, but she had it like 36 or 37 approved, so it's more than enough. The funds were quite a bit higher, unless that's not counting the carryover funds. So.
Okay. And this does not involve a trade-in, does it?
Correct, no.
We have another department that could use
Yeah,
the vehicle you're using now.
The vehicle we have now runs good. As I said the other day, it will need tires. It needs tires and alignment. So it does run well. It's reliable. It does have some rust, but that's about it. So no, I don't have any plans for the vehicle, and it can be used in another department.
Okay. Does council have any advice for us on this?
You need to get 3 quotes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry for the holdup, Matt.
Oh, no problem. This is my first step here, was coming to you to see what I needed to do even for that, so it's not a problem.
Yeah. Okay, if you can get the other quotes as soon as possible,
I will let you know.
you let us know and we'll act accordingly.
Okay.
Now, did you need anything besides that?
No, I was going to follow up. I did advertise for that school liaison position. It got a lot of pushback because people read through the job description where we work with the schools, and one of the items on the state's list of things that the liaison would work with the schools on clinics at the school, and some people read that and thought we were going to come out to the school and make them give shots to the students, which is not what we're going to do. We already do vaccine clinics for the schools. Basically, we did give MMRs and all the other shots, only with the parent's consent. They have to have a parent's signed statement. So basically, we'd have an extra vaccine available if the student wanted that and the parents signed it and said, yes, we want that shot. We would give it to them, but we would not give any shots, and we do not force any shots on anybody. So it just caused a little uproar when that job was posted, but it's absolutely not what we would be doing as well, what caused the uproar. So have had a couple applications so far, so that's promising, a couple decent applications, so we're going to do some interviews and go from there. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure you were. I didn't know if anybody else was getting calls, because apparently the school corp got calls and everybody else got calls, so I wanted to share that with you. Other than that, we are going to red for next week on our color chart. We were orange this week with the state. There was only 11 oranges in the state out of 92 counties. Everybody else was red. I believe next week everybody's going to be red, including us. So we're definitely a lot of corona going around right now. The state does say it's almost 100% Omicron, the newest variant. So it is going through very quick.
Okay, could you tell us what our current positivity rate looks like here in the county?
I don't have that number handy, sorry. So I'd have to look it up. So as far as the number of positive tests coming in, I think it was around 28%. But I can't guarantee that. But the number of tests going out, 28% positive.
Okay, well, what we hear on the news these days is the number of cases reported on the East Coast has now started to sharply decline, and we can only hope that
that's what we're hopeful for too. It'll go through quick enough.
Yeah,
And then,
that trend comes here soon, the sooner the better.
yes. So that's what we're hoping for, that we can get through it quickly. So that's it. I'll get a couple more quotes and I'll share them as soon as I do.
Okay, let us know as soon as you do that.
I will. And as far as where the truck, if we can purchase another vehicle, the other truck is available for whatever you'd like to do with it. So.
Okay, all right. Well, that's it. Thanks for coming in.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Area Plan Director Bill Mcdaniel is here on some ordinance matters. Bill?
Don't think this should take as long as the last couple of times I've been here.
Well, let's hope not.
No, you can give me both. Okay, well, the main one is the actual ordinance that is amending the fee language out of both the zoning code and also the subdivision regulations. And I'll just take time to others who don't really understand yet or have missed it, is that, so the other thing is just a copy of the sample building ordinance from the state of Indiana. I've inserted the Fayette County information in there. And I've spoken with Jeff, and we still need to do some things related to the, just verifying the appeals body for both the city and the county to appeal any of my orders to the, such as a stop work orders over the building code, for example. So that's something that's separate, but that'll have to be done by another action. It'll actually have to be done, the public hearing does have to be held by the city council for them, and then also the county commissioners. Because once again, it's the area plan commission, the planning law does not grant the actual authority over building codes to the Area Plan Commission. So there's the enabling legislation that allows the cities and counties to adopt a building code ordinance. And that's what this would be, is what the legislation would actually require for the building code part. But the main ones are the removing the various locations in the, there's the sign fees, and then also the filing fees and form section of the zoning code. That's where there were some fees listed. And then there was for the 152, then also for the subdivision regulations, it's removing their fees out of that. And it was put in the ordinance adopted by the county commissioners. Now, in the places where it was actually referencing fees, what I did in the various locations where it's referencing fees, it makes reference back to the, for example, improvement location permit fee for each application for an improvement location permit or temporary improvement location permit shall be included in the overall fee set forth in the Area Plan Commission Fee Schedule, County Ordinance 2021-08. So that ordinance is actually referenced every place where there has been fees in the past. So all those fees in the zoning code and the subdivision code references back to the ordinance that you all adopted at the end of last year. So I don't know if there's any questions regarding that, or questions or comments about the process. Well, this would be to, if you act to actually adopt the fee amendments as recommended by the Area Plan Commission, which were of course necessitated by adopting the county commissioners adopting a county fee ordinance for the Area Plan Commission. So that's number one, is if I'd like you to take care of that, is approving that the amendment as recommended by the Area Plan Commission. And then after that, if you have any questions on the process or the things that are included in the sample building code ordinance.
Okay, now we've already adopted a fee schedule.
Exactly.
And when we did that, was that inserted? Did you insert that into?
Yeah, I've inserted the actual fee, the reference to the actual county ordinance and all the places it makes reference to where the fees for this or that are located. So those all take us back to the ordinance that the commissioners adopted. Okay, and
Okay, now these sample ordinances that you emailed to us, I just ran copies of those today.
yeah, for the commissioners, yep.
How is one related to the other?
Okay, well, they're related in that, okay, of course, there's the one we currently have within the ordinance, the building code ordinance, makes references to fees in the actual building code ordinance. Now, those fees that were referenced in the existing building code ordinance, those are going to be, well, they're redundant. So that's one of the reasons to replace the sample building code ordinance. And then in the, almost 30 years now, 29 years since it was adopted by the city and the county, there have also been changes to the state code concerning that this also does reference regarding some various aspects of of your building codes, or the process and procedures that we have to follow. So this would put us in line with where everything stands currently at the state of Indiana. Because every time every time the legislature changes something, everybody now has to figure out then, oh God, what changes do we have to make now? Because it cascades through as a domino effect of one item after another with this ordinance or that ordinance, that you need to make changes at the local level. So that's really how they're related. Because when the 1993, the subdivision regulations, the zoning code, and then also the county, the city, and also then the county building code ordinances were adopted in 1993. So there's been a lot of changes other than the fees. You have the fee structure being insufficient. But, and I did do one quick check to go with this, the annual report for this last year, is that if the fee structure fee schedule was adopted prior to 2021, it would have been, it's about almost another $14,000 in fees we would have generated. And those are mostly from the things that have been the $50 permits. They're basically a multiple site visit jobs.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, this copy that we have here,
Yep.
is this the finished product?
That's the finished product for the, for the fee ordinance, stripping the references, editing the references out, amending the references out for the zoning code and the subdivision regulations.
Okay. Bill, you or council, either one. Now, do we need to have a public hearing on this?
No, we've already had the public hearing for this. That was done because this is something for the zoning code and subdivision regulations. That public hearing is legally required to be the area plan commission. The ones that you will need to have hold the public hearing for will be for the building code ordinance. And until I get some things taken care of with the appeals process and the bodies that may have the authority to appoint for hearing those appeals, then that's really, I think that's about the only thing I need.
Which I think I can clear that up. I mean, I think it's the Board of Works for the city and it's commissioners for the county.
Yeah.
We've talked about that. That's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it, but if you can just go ahead and clear that up, that'll help us move along really quickly.
I kind of am right now, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, no, I'm telling you, yes, that is, I've
Okay.
looked into that, that's the authority right there.
Oh, fantastic. So okay.
Okay, so Bill, this sample that we have here on the building code ordinance is still a work in progress.
Now it's very little work left to do because as Mr. Westland mentioned that.
We'll need to have a public hearing for that, though.
Yeah, but we won't want to have the public hearing until after we get the approval from the Homeland Security.
Okay, so there's no rush about us setting a date
Correct.
for a hearing?
Yeah, correct, yeah.
Okay.
And it's just like you went through, of course, the process for the floodplain rules. It's just like with the floodplains, is the state of Indiana through DNR, they maintain the authority to approve those specific ordinances because there's very specific things they have to meet as a part of the Indiana code and then also federal laws in the case of floodplains. But yeah, so the public hearing is held for the ordinance amendment, the one for that I have with the blank ordinance number. Okay, so that's already been held. It's just waiting for action by the commissioners and then this evening by the city council to act on that amendment, those amendments. The building code ordinance, after we were just here with Mr. Westling, I can take care of those and then get that sent off up to the state of Indiana for approval and comment as needed. Then once those are returned, we can then, the city and the county can then hold their public hearing on the building code ordinance.
Okay, you guys have been so busy with all this here in recent months, it's easy for me to lose track.
Oh, you think you lose track easily?
Okay. So, today, we can assign an ordinance number to this.
Correct.
We've already had the public hearing for it.
Correct.
And It's now a matter of permanently adopting it.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, gets rid of the redundant fee language, is what it does.
Okay. Dale, you're on the APC. Don't let me do all the talking on this. You know more about it than I do.
I'll move a motion that we accept this new ordinance of the fee schedule and the filing fees and forms and the fee requirements. Is that how I need to
Yeah.
say that?
That will work.
We'll have to assign a number to it. Jane, do you have a,
It'd be the first one of the year, 2022-01.
okay? This will be ordinance number 2022-01.
I'll second that
Okay.
motion for ordinance number 2022-01.
Okay, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy, to adopt ordinance number 2022-01, an ordinance amending Fayette County area subdivision regulations
And zoning code.
and zoning codes. Is there any further question? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Gene. Okay, now that puts this one to bed,
Yeah,
right?
oh, yeah, and Jane, after everything's all done, if I could get 2 copies and placed in my box, that'd be fine. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Bill.
Okay, you're welcome, Jeff. Yes, so any more questions on the sample building code ordinance?
No, I don't, but that will be the next thing to come, right?
Yep, that'll be the next one to come up, yeah.
Will you let us know when you have your work done on that?
Okay, yeah. And what I'll do is I'll take care of that language, and then what I will do is then I will forward that to prepare the language for both the city and the county, and then I will forward those to the state of Indiana. And then when I get the return from the Fire and Building Commission, is I will then contact you, and then also the mayor's office to then, for setting up the public hearings for the sample building code, well, I mean for the building code ordinance.
Okay, one other quick question, Bill, on this ordinance 2022-1. This has to be adopted by the Connersville City Board of Works also, right?
Well, city council, because it's amending the actual ordinance.
Okay,
And I'm on the agenda to do that this evening.
all right. What happens if they do not adopt? Are we back to square one like you were on the CFO ordinance?
Well, the question is because with the fact that the county adopted an actual fee schedule, the Area Plan Commission's county office, would that then be what carries the weight? I guess that's the question.
The argument to be had would be whether or not application permits in the city would have a different fee schedule than those in the county.
Okay.
That would be essentially the question, is whether they could have their own, and they could potentially. These fees aren't, I don't expect that to happen. These aren't numbers that should cause anybody's conscience to have any issues.
No, as I've mentioned in the past, and it would have been more that we could have generated, but as with Commissioner Beavers with her comments about whether or not we can possibly condense some of the various permits. So for new dwelling is what that's probably did, is new dwelling or a large addition that includes things like that includes plumbing, the mechanical, and the electric. It saves them maybe about $75, possibly $100 by condensing some of the other permits. So we did go out of the way to reduce the potential effect on the residential uses. And it does put us closer in line with the cost of services, but it does cost to do the inspection fees, which means that it's no longer should no longer be subsidizing everybody, all the other county taxpayers are not now, should not be subsidizing the cost of services for special services.
Right.
And that's been one of my big concerns all the way along with that, is which is subsidizing something for other people.
Okay. Well, that's all you have, Bill. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You let us know when you get your work done on the other matter.
Okay, that I will. Thank you.
Okay. County Highway Department, Jay Havlin. Jay, do you have anything for us today?
I really don't have anything,
Okay.
unless you got some questions for me.
Anybody got anything for Jay? You done a good job keeping the snow off the roads this past week.
We've been lucky, let me tell you.
Just look what they got over in Virginia. I mean, you done really well there. County Surveyor,
Don't have anything today.
okay. Animal Shelter Director, Dave Rickman, do you have anything for us?
Not really, but I just wondered if I could try to get a key to that other building, see if we can, see what I can do.
I'll have to hunt one up. I know where there is one. I'll have to have one made for you. So you-
And I'd like to see what we can try to get done in there and see what it would cost and all that.
Okay,
I got ideas in my head, but I wanted to see what it would, try to get it done and get the building done on the inside.
okay.
And then go from there, see if we can get some of this stuff that I would like to try to see get done.
All right, I'll put that on my list of things to do. And if I take too long, you remind me.
Okay. You guys got my report from last month.
Yes.
Yes, we're been getting quite a few animals in. And as long as I keep them moving, I'm all right.
Okay.
Got any questions?
I don't have anything for you. All right, well, thanks, Dave. That's all the department heads that are here. Dick Robertson is here again. Dick, you have anything for us?
Oh, excuse me, no, I don't have anything for you today.
Okay, I see you brought Perry with you. Perry, do you have anything for us today?
Sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Old business. At our last meeting, there was one appointment to the health board that we didn't take care of. And we did get word from Matt Shirk that Kelly Gettinger was willing to serve on the county health board. We want to appoint her.
I'll move to appoint Kelly back to the Health Department Board.
I'll second that.
Got a motion by Dale, second by Tracy to appoint Kelly Gettinger, reappoint Kelly Gettinger to the County Health Board for another term. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Gene. That takes care of that. Any of you have any mail you need to share?
Nope.
Under new business, we have the annual contracts with the volunteer fire departments. We allow $5,000 a year to each volunteer fire department in the county to help them meet expenses, and reimburse them for some of the services they provide to us, especially as far as removing trees down across the roads. They assist the county highway department on matters like that. So we need to renew those contracts with the Everton, Glenwood, and Bentonville fire departments.
I would like to abstain from any voting due to this. I'm a member of the Glenwood Fire Department.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll make a motion that we move forward with these annual contracts for our volunteer fire departments in Everton, Glenwood, and Bentonville.
Okay, and I'll second that motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
2 ayes and 1 abstention. Takes care of that. Anyone else have anything on new business? Does the county attorney have anything new for us at this time?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Is there any patron concerns today? Okay. Well, that will conclude our agenda, unless anyone has anything else they need to bring up.
I move that we approve payroll and claims.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy to approve claims and payroll. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. We'll begin. anything?
I hope not.
Okay, we do, we'll catch it up next time. Motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
I'll second that.
There's a motion by Dale, second by Tracy to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Adjourn, thank you all very much.